guys! So today is going to be my interpretation of a drugstore makeup tutorial. I'm using all drugstore products, so hopefully that will help some of you guys out that only stick to drugstore or that just have a tighter budget. I know it's just so easy to run down to the store and kind of grab this and that. I love drugstore brands at times. I even think that they are sometimes better than higher end products. They last longer at times. So this is just my easy interpretation. It is more coverage. When I say natural, I don't just mean minimal, because minimal is a different word than natural. Natural to me is using basic flesh tone colors, more neutral colors, nothing, vivid or bright. When we can say, oh, look at their skin or look at their makeup, it's so natural, that doesn't mean that they're wearing absolutely no makeup. Wearing a lot of makeup or a fuller coverage doesn't mean that it can't be natural and still look really nice. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it helps some of you guys out. This is just some of them. There's so many drugstore brands. I just took kind of like a few of my favorites. So yeah. So if you really want to know how I get my everyday drugstore look, then keep watching. Okay, so all I did was just throw my hair back because I really just don't like it to be in my face. So I have already moisturized my skin, and I'm going to go in with my Covergirl Outlast Stay Foundation, and this is in Nude Beige. And I do have quite a bit of redness on my face right now, so I'm just going to kind of dot that all around my face, especially the red parts, because I think that needs extra coverage. Now with my beauty blender, I'm just going to push that all into my skin so I get a fuller coverage. This is darker than my skin tone, but that's just because I've been out in the sun a lot, so this does match my skin and my body, just not my face, because I do wash a lot and always have product on it, so it kind of gets protected from the sun. So I bring that onto my eyelids as well. Okay, so for concealers, I'm going to be using two. I'm using Physicians Formula, and this is the Gentle Cover Cream Concealer, and this is in yellow. I really like yellow-based concealers. If there's blue or anything, I like it better than just normal flesh tones. And this is Revlon Age Defying, and this is an 01 Light. So I'm just going to kind of like mix those together and just dab them on my face where I feel that is needed. Still like my circles or my eyes, and there's still a bit of redness that wasn't covered up completely by the foundation. So I'm just going to kind of dab more yellow around my eyes just with the blue and everything. And then just kind of sparse to where I think I kind of look like I have the chicken pox now. Some redness over here. And there's a lot of redness over here. I don't know, I was just kind of like really red when I got out of the shower, so who knows. Okay. And I kind of go in with my finger with that, kind of like dabbing it, and then I go back with the beauty blender and blend that out more. Okay, and because there is so much yellow, I'm going to go back in and just kind of really smooth that out. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. I also really like using Physicians Formula as an eye primer. I find that it works really well because if you have more blue on your eyes, I know my eyelids are like transparent, and I feel like it covers them up really well, and I really like the consistency of the concealer. Okay, I'm just going to take a stippling brush, and I'm going to use that with my Rimmel Stay Matte, and this is just translucent powder to set my foundation and concealer. I really like this translucent powder. It's just easy on the go, really inexpensive. on top of that because I like a fuller foundation and a fuller coverage, but still looking natural. So I'm going to be taking Physicians Formula, and this is, let's see, Mineral Wear Talc Free Airbrush Powder, and this is in translucent. Even though it's not translucent, it's just the lightest one. So it's like this pearl, like it gives a really nice finish to the skin. And I'm also going to take like a different beauty blender. It's just stained. So and I actually use this for the powder. I find that it stays better, and just the finish it gives, it's like light reflectant. I kind of mostly just apply that to my T-zone. It's not shiny or anything like that, it's just that's kind of where I like more of a highlight, and because it is light reflective, that's just where I want my highlight to be. So definitely like under my eyes and like right there in my temple, right above my cheekbones, right on my chin, my cupid's bow. Okay, so for my eyebrows and my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using it from the same palette. And this palette is the e.l.f. Neutral palette. There's a lot of colors. And I got this from, I have the other one, and that's like the Vivid one that I use a lot in my tutorials. That one I got from, I want to say Walgreens, near Christmas time, and it was $15. I recently just found this one at TJ Maxx. So I was really excited, and the Vivid one was still there, and like other smaller ones that I've used in tutorials. But yeah, this thing is huge. It is so worth it. The colors are so vivid. I love it. It's my absolute favorite. So that's what I'm going to be using. I'm just going to be mixing a bunch of like these neutral colors in here to get the eyebrow color that I need. Mostly like the lighter colors. And, you know, I'll show you definitely for the eyeshadows, but really I just kind of got to mix and match because you just got to kind of try it out when it comes to your eyebrows. So that's what I'm going to be using. I'm not going to really, I'm just going to do my normal eyebrow because I do them natural anyway. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just the same old, same old. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with my Physicians Formula Yellow Concealer, and I'm just going to make that my primer and define my brow with it. So I'm just taking a concealer brush. So for my highlight color and right under my brow, just my overall pretty safe neutral color, I'm going to go in, ooh, this thing is so big, I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's just a nice cream off-white color. Okay. I don't want to make my crease too defined yet. I want some dimension there. And I'm going to go in, so many to choose from. I think I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's kind of like a nice warm light brown. Just like that. Okay, and just to add one more kind of shape to that, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker brown. I'm going to use this color right here. Okay, but very lightly, and I'm only going to put that more on the outside and bring it in a little bit, just to give my eye more shape. I'm just using a very little bit, just kind of tapping it in, and then just blend it inward. And that is also what I'm going to be using for right under my lashes here and rim it lightly. I also am not going the whole way through. Okay, for my base color right here on my lid, I'm gonna go back in. Actually, I think I'm gonna use this color right here. And I'm gonna mix that with this color. So again, they're creams, they're off-whites, still really natural, and I'm gonna use my finger because I want it to be a little bit more dense. And I'm not gonna go the whole entire way. I'm gonna stop like almost middle way through because I want it to open up my eye. Instead of using an eyeliner like I would always do, I'm actually going to go in with a really dark brown and I'm just going to press it into my lashes up top. So I'm going to go in with like this color and maybe I might go a tad bit darker like right here. I'm gonna go in with two mascaras, of course, and it's the Falsies Maybelline and also the Mega Plush by Maybelline. Now, you can apply as many coats as you want. If you want like super minimal, do like 2 coats. I like a lot of mascara. So, that looks natural to me. For my waterline, because I do want to brighten it up a little bit, I'm going to be using Wet n Wild, and this is in white. I'm not going to do too much because I don't want it too white, but just enough to brighten my eyes. Okay, for my bronzer and my blush and my highlight, I'm actually going to go with this Sunkissed Trio City Color. And I actually got this at Five Below. I saw it, I really liked it just because it was really big and the colors looked really cool. Yeah, and it was $4. Okay, bronzer, blush, highlight. And it works out pretty nicely. So those are going to be like my completion of the face colors. So because I want it very natural, but I also like a lot of contour, I'm going to kind of go in the middle here. So I'm going to kind of bring my bronzer a little bit around the whole face, even in my cheek area. I don't want to just limit it. Just following that through. And then I usually only put bronzer on this side of my face, like on my forehead, because that's just where my side bang parts. So there's not really a point to put anything here. If you would like to, go ahead. And then I'm just going to contour a little bit on my jaw. Don't forget behind your ear, especially if you wear your hair up. I'm going to go in with my big Eco Tools one and really blend that in because it's just a lot softer. But I've also found that the Beauty Blender is an amazing blender for powders, especially bronzers, not just foundations. I'm going to go back in, just buff that out. And then I'm going to contour a little bit on my nose, but not too much. Okay, for blush, I'm going to go really minimal, but this is a very nice neutral color. And I'm just pulling that into my bronzer. Okay, for highlights, I'm again going to be using this side right here. It is a really nice highlight. I'm just going to apply that at the top of my cheekbone and through my temples, get everything lifted. A little bit down the center of my nose because it's not that intense, so sometimes I can't put any highlights on my nose because it just makes it too glowy. Okay, last but not least is lips, and I'm going to be taking Rimmel Nude Delight It is like my favorite drugstore lipstick. It's a nice neutral color. Okay, so that's the finished look. Yeah, it's really simple. Obviously, I do have fuller coverage, so depending on what your comfort level is with that coverage is totally up to you. This is just what I would definitely use to just do like more natural makeup. You can definitely, these colors you could find in a higher end brand or you can find a drugstore. It's all the same. So yeah, that was just my example of a drugstore tutorial of just everyday natural makeup. So let me know if you liked it, if you want to try out this look, or if you already have some of these products. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.